Can I get you to put all your phones on silent for me if you can? Good morning, everybody. And good morning to all of you who've tuned in live. I can see you from around the country already piling up on the stream, which is fantastic. And I'm glad to have so many of you here this morning as well. It's a very special morning. It's exciting. And we've proven a couple of things this morning. I think you came here for a positive experience, but I'm going to make it a little bit negative. I now know all your faces, and I know you can get here on a Saturday morning. So we set up the photo booth outside. That's right. We set up the photo booth that you thought was pictures for you. No, it's actually pictures for us so that I know exactly who was here this morning. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you see that didn't kill you to get here this morning. I hope you brought your guests with you. It has got a much, much different feel when you're in the room than when you watch live. Unfortunately, those around the country don't have the choice. But I hope that you guys who are in the room with us this morning, and for those of you watching live, the room is packed to capacity, you get to feel some of the energy that is DuePoint today. Now, folks, for those of you who are new, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited that is a 7-decade-old insurance company in South Africa. It's a South African entity. It's a public listed entity in South Africa. And we tell you this because often people think that DuePoint is like the next thing that's blown in from overseas because we're so used to it, aren't we? There's always something new that's come in. There's the latest one. They had you all out of Gallagher Estate. They came from Dubai. Do you remember? Yeah, they went back to Dubai, didn't they? Can you see their offices? Can you call them? No, and have any of you made any money? No, but I'll bet you all lost money that day. Am I right? There's always something like that blowing into South Africa. And often people think that DuePoint is one of those things. No, folks, we've been around for nearly half a decade now, just as a division. And the insurance company that we're a division of has been around for 7 decades. This is homegrown South African stuff. And here at DuePoint, we have a very specific objective. We are trying to create an economic solution for South Africans. Not quick cash, not that nonsense that we're constantly put in front of our faces and told, oh, I'll make you rich, I'll make you rich, I'll make you rich. Because those are not economic solutions. Those are ways of getting your money. And you all know it because you've all lost money to these guys somewhere along the line. Whether you have to put the money into a computer and then they give you a number on the screen. And you go, oh, look how much money I've made. But it's just a number on your screen you can't put into your bank account. Or they've got you carting around their goodies trying to sell it out of the back of your cars. Folks, none of those have solved any of your economic problems. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. We here at DuePoint nearly half a decade ago, now in fact it was half a decade ago, sat down to create an economic solution for South Africans. Now, I see many of you in the audience this morning filming. You're quite welcome to film me, I don't mind, but this is being filmed and recorded already. So you don't have to, your arm is eventually going to die. You're not going to be able to hold it up anymore. You'll see we use a steel bar to hold the camera up. Straight after this presentation, and every single presentation we do, you will find it on YouTube. Go to DuePoint's YouTube channel and it'll be there within 30 minutes of this presentation, so you don't have to film me. Just go and turn onto YouTube, search DuePoint, and you'll find these presentations there. Now, in order to become the economic solution, we had to create something quite different. We created what we call the DuePoint system many years ago now, and it was designed to allow us to leverage 21st century technology to create wealth. We did not want to put you in a position where you had to do all the things you had to do in the past or all the things you didn't want to do. What are the things you don't want to do? Well, most people don't want to sell. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't have the personality. I don't know the people. I get uncomfortable, and I've burnt enough bridges in the past that I don't want to do this anymore. Excellent news. In the DuePoint system, you'll do absolutely no selling. Second thing is we didn't want stock anymore. When you have to carry stock around, it costs you money. Whenever I read an article about network marketing, the first thing is about how everybody loses money. You know why everybody loses money? Because they had to go and buy stock. That's the thing. You've got to put the money in first, which means that unless you sell that stuff, you lose money. Okay? Here, there's no stock. You won't be carrying any stock around, and there's no paper application forms or all of that sort of stuff. No. Folks, here at DuePoint, we use technology, and we ask you simply to take that technology and connect individuals to us through it. By connecting people to us through the technology, you give us greater market share. Greater market share means rising revenue for us, and through that rising revenue, we are then able to create wealth for you. Why do I keep using the word wealth? Because it is recurring income. We are not in the business of transactional cash here at DuePoint. In the past, if you had to sell a piece of stock, you would get money only when you were making sales. Just recently, last year, there was that big thing. You guys were probably all in it. Do you remember where you got the Chinese stuff that came in and then you had to sell it on to your friends, except they couldn't always deliver. And in fact, they only really delivered the first time and then they stopped delivering and then everybody just bought and never got. Do you remember those things? Okay. Yeah, those people, I remember we had a lady sitting in the front here row. She had 4 packets around her, Checkers packets full of this stuff around her. And she was so worried someone would steal it that she sat in the auditorium here with the stuff around her ankles because that was her month's worth of income that she put in there and she was now going to go and sell that to her friends. Guys, that is so 1990s. None of us want to be in that position at all. And what happens there is she was only making money when she was selling those goods. That does not create an economic solution for you. An economic solution is an income that is there every single month, whether you are selling or not, whether you are working or not, whether you're in hospital or lying on a beach. The income comes in. How are we able to create this recurring income for you? Well, we do it through our financial services products. Remember, this is an insurance company. We sell financial services products. All of them run on debit orders. Debit orders are automatic. Our computer systems run them. And it means that every month, no matter what you're doing, whether you're dying in hospital or having a holiday on the beach, the debit orders raise. And when they come in, your income from your connections to us flows through to you. This is proper economic freedom. Even your job doesn't offer you this today. If you stop your work now, just don't go back to work for the next month. See if they pay you. They won't pay you because you weren't there. That's not economic freedom. People that I talk to say to me, Brendan, what I want is a job. And I say, but it's the job that's put you in the position you're in right now. Anyone getting rich off of their jobs right now? No. Well, the economists are telling us no. Just go to Google, search the economists, and they'll tell you. We're in the worst position that we've been in South Africa's history. Last year they were saying we're about to be in the worst position. Now they're saying South Africa's economy is the worst it has been in its history. We're about to tip the scale of more people unemployed than employed in South Africa. We're about to tip that scale. 1 more year, 2 more years, and we'll be in that position. And people come to me and say, I need a job. Folks, there are no jobs. There will be no jobs. If you read the newspaper last week, everybody's retrenching. Everybody. The core businesses in South Africa in 2020 are retrenching. They're retrenching. We all know what's happening with Eskom. Eskom have been told they've got to shed 30,000 jobs. Think about that. How many families are affected? When an individual is retrenched, an entire family is affected. So when 30,000 families are affected, what is that going to do? And then people say, I don't want to do this, Brendan, because I want a job. Is it not time we moved into the 21st century, guys? Do you know that jobs around the world are failing people? Less and less jobs are being taken, and more people are becoming self-sufficient. It's the only way we'll survive into the future. Never mind the third industrial revolution and all this other stuff they're talking about. Never mind that. In our current set of circumstances, we've got to start doing something differently. And when we do it differently, it's got to be sustainable. And in our situation, what we're creating is sustainable, recurring, potentially lifetime income with us here at DuePoint. And we built it in South Africa. You are sitting in one of our offices. Constantia has branches and offices around the country. You can see us, meet us, touch us, shake our hands. You know where we are. This is something you can actually put roots down into. But more importantly than that, because we are you, we know what your circumstances are. We know what your concerns are. We know what your stigmas are, ladies and gentlemen. When you see this business, the first time your friend said, I want you to come to a presentation this Saturday morning, you went, as long as it's not a pyramid scheme. As long as it's not a Ponzi scheme. As long as it's not Amway. As long as it's not Herbalife. These are all legitimate companies, but that's what you were saying to them. You were going, no, as long as it's not one of the backtrack. If it's employment, I'll come. If it's a job, I'll come. Okay. Folks, we know that. We know that. When we sat down to build this business, we knew that already. We also knew that you were busy. We knew you didn't have time. We always love that. I have unemployed people that sit in this auditorium and say to me, Renan, I can't do this because I don't have time. And so, well, how is that possible? You're unemployed. You've got all the time in the world. Folks, that's just South African culture these days, is to say, oh, I don't have time. But we know that, and we knew it. So we built the system around that. It's a South African-built system. And what it does is it takes the technology that's available today and it allows you to leverage your circumstances, whatever they are. No matter how important you are, no matter how busy you are able to leverage your circumstances with our technology and create wealth, not cash, wealth 24 hours a day. Not wealth on a screen. This is not a cryptocurrency. Wealth in your bank account. You know, the one where you can actually buy food with and pay rent with. In there, that is what you create with us 24 hours a day in our system. Folks, we built layers of protection into this business, and we keep adding them as we progress. Just one of them at the moment is our legal access service. As a wealth engineer, without paying a single cent extra, you get a lawyer at the end of your phone 24 hours a day anywhere in the country. This means that when somebody wants to retrench you, you've got somebody to talk to. When you're trying to buy a house and you're not sure about the contract, you've got somebody to talk to. When you get picked up after Pooza Thursday and they want to keep you overnight, you've got somebody to talk to. You've got somebody there to help you. Protection South Africans don't have. When somebody smashes into your car or steals your things, we don't have someone to protect us. At DuePoint, at no extra cost, you get a lawyer at the end of your phone at no cost 24 hours a day. This is a wealth creation system, which means it must have protections built in as well. And folks, you pay nothing for the use of our system. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get the DuePoint system for free. And I mean that properly. You don't pay for anything at DuePoint. You can ask our wealth engineers that have been with us for years. They don't pay when you come here. Everywhere else you pay. Oh, come and see this conference at Gallagher Estate. It's just 800 Rand a ticket. You know, come and see the training. It's 5,000 Rand. Come in. There's no startup fees, no costs, no monthly admin fees. There's no application form fees, and there's no training fees here at DuePoint. You just get to use the system, pick the tool up, and start creating wealth with us. Our best wealth engineers have never spent a cent with us. They can't even relate to the articles we see written by the journalists who say everybody loses money. They're like, I never lost a cent. I've only made money in this process. This is the tool that we wanted to create to be the economic solution in South Africa. And in addition, because you're not selling, remember, you're not carting stock around. It means you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not employees of ours, you're not marketers or intermediaries or representatives. You are none of these things. You're just somebody who uses our technology. And that means that everybody gets to build an asset at DuePoint. Why do we call it an asset? Well, assets do a few things for you. First of all, they create income and make income even when you can't work on them. That's exactly what your channel of wealth at DuePoint does for you. An asset is something that you can sell now, realizing its future value. At DuePoint, you're able to do that with your channels. And an asset will outlive you. You know your car and your house doesn't die when you die. You know that. They carry on. And so does your channel. When you pass away your channel, the income you earn during your life is automatically passed on to your children so that they can live from the income you created and build it further if they so choose. We believe we're the only intergenerational wealth company in the country today. What other opportunity could not only create wealth for you, but for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren? In South Africa, does anybody know of something like that? We're not aware of it. Your job won't do that. When you die, they're not giving it to your kid. They're not giving. Your kid will be in the queue with the other 10.8 million unemployed people. Whereas here, what you build, that's yours, that you control, that you can't get retrenched from, that you can't get fired from, will automatically be handed to your children when you pass away. These are very interesting things you need to think about this morning. You're not in a presentation like you've been in before, where we're going to promise you riches and fortune. No, what we're going to promise you is wealth and freedom. And there's a very big difference between those two things. And that's what we do here at DuePoint. Folks, we built the system so that everybody can use it. Even your granny can use this, who's never seen a smartphone in her life, as long as you can teach her to tap her phone. Okay, that's quite funny. One of our wealth engineers says here that the people over 60 wave at their phones. I never understood that. And then he showed me. They do this. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, absolutely hilarious. All right, waving at their phones. But as long as you can tap your phone, you can do this business. That's all we ask you to do is tap your phone and you can do this business. And if you can tap your phone, you will start to create what we call a platform of distribution or a channel here at DuePoint, because you will connect people to us who will see this presentation, download our technology and do the same. Thousands of times over already, this has happened at DuePoint. We are not new, and this is not something we're testing. It is already proven across our country. Now it's time for you to get involved in the process. Once you've built a channel of distribution, we come along as the insurance company, not you. We come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel, and your wealth is born. We then distribute this wealth to you in two ways. Firstly, through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel every month that it is paid, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. Sounds so complicated, but it's super simple. You're going to go out, you're going to connect a few people. Those people are going to pay for their products, and you're going to get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. It's 55 Rand every month going forward that product is paid for. You're not running after your friends to buy the whatever cleaning agent or sanitary items or whatever it is that you had to, you're not doing any of that, okay? You've connected the individual to us once through the technology, and you have created potentially a lifetime stream of 55 Rands. People tell me, but at Gallagher Estate, they told me I could get 900 Rand. And I went, yes, once. Then you have to go and beg your friend to buy the pot again, to put the cryptocurrency in again, to put in the Ponzi scheme again before you get that money again. Here it's a single connection, and you get 55 Rand every month. There is no amount of money that will equal a continuous stream of 55 Rand that comes to you. Now you've got control here as well. This is, remember, what we're trying to do is create wealth. Wealth means you must be able to control it. Here, if individuals take more than one product, and we've got a host and a growing host of products here at DuePoint that people can select from, for every product that they take and pay, you'll get 55 Rand. That means they take 2 products, you're now getting 110 Rand from a single connection. They take 3 products, you're getting 165 Rand from a single connection, and so on and so on. Individuals don't just take one financial product. They've got cars, they've got homes, they've got health, they've got lives, they've got legal expenses, they've got all sorts of things. You can take a host of products with us, and you could have created an incredible stream of income for yourself with one connection. These individuals are not going to be stagnant. Some of them are going to go out there and connect people as well using our tech. When they do and they pay for their products, again, you're going to get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand again for every product payment. Folks, this is an example. There's a handful of people on the screen. You've connected a few people, and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month with us. 1,000 Rand a month, that's 12,000 Rand a year. You don't have to do anything fancy. No presentations, no stock, no training that cost you fortunes. No, you just connected people by tapping your phone, and you're now earning 12,000 Rand a year. 12,000 Rand a year. But some of you are going to say, no, that's not enough. I've had people. I get cheeky people here. I earn 125,000 Rand a month. I don't need this. My story for you as well, don't think that 125 Rand is going to stick around for much longer. Everybody's getting retrenched. And what happens tomorrow when you lose that 125? Have you dug the well with the water in it before you needed it, or are you going to start digging the well when you're thirsty? Folks, here you can create any amount of income you want. If you want 125,000 Rand a month, no problem. You want 500,000 Rand a month, no problem. There are 2 ingredients. Just 2 ingredients to success here at DuePoint. 1, you've got to be willing to connect the people, not the 5 closest friends. 5,000 people over the rest of your life. If you're willing to connect the people and to do it over time, not I'm committing 60 hours this week, then I quit. No, if you're willing to do it over years with us, then there is no ceiling to how much you can earn with us. No ceiling. We can tell you that we've already experienced people here earning more than they earned in their entire careers. And they worked for 40 years. Never earned as much as they created here. And we have other people that came in and earned nothing, because some were willing to put the 2 ingredients in and others just simply weren't. One of the big problems we have in South Africa is people are unwilling to work. They're unwilling. How do you know people are unwilling to work? When they ask for something for free. When you ask for something for free, it means you're unwilling to work for it. And that's a big problem we have in South Africa. But what we're starting to see is emerging out of that now are people that are tired of living with nothing. And they're the ones that are now willing to work. And when you work, you create. My dad actually said to me when I was very young, he said, Brendan, as long as you work, you'll be able to feed yourself. But if you don't work, don't expect to be able to feed yourself. Okay, now we're able to do that. If you're able to put time and connections in, then you can create any income you want. We do not cut you off at any point. You're able to build a channel of any size. Your children can pick it up after you and build it even further as you create intergenerational wealth in your family. Now, we demonstrate the power of this to you with a very simple example. You can, of course, connect as many or as few people as you want at DuePoint, and that will just affect how long it takes for you to create income. But we use a set example in this presentation. It's called 3+2. And it fits into every one of your lifestyles. It doesn't matter how busy you are, this will fit in. It says in your first month with us, we want you to connect just 3 people. 3 paid people in your first month. I was looking at the Movers and Shakers report. It's coming out now this coming week. Top people in December. How many people do you know actually work in December? Like no one. Like we know no one works in December. Okay? Top people connected 50 people in December. 50, that's 2 a day. 2 solid paid connections a day. I'm going to ask you for 3 in a whole month. Okay? That's what I'm going to ask you for in this example. So don't let anybody say we ask too much here. We don't. And then 2 every month thereafter. So I'm actually going to decrease it in every month after your first one. Put 3 in and then 2 in. Solid paid people. You're not allowed to skip months in this calculation. Every month you've got to be adding them. If you do that, let's look at the power of this tool. Using data of real people having done this for half a decade while you didn't even know about DuePoint. This is what you can reasonably expect to earn. After 6 months, 2,500 Rand a month. Oh, what? No, at Gallagher Estate, they said after 90 days, I'd be earning 100,000 Rand a month. Yes, anyone earning 100,000 Rand a month? It's been 90 days since that conference. No, apparently nobody's earned a single cent. Yeah, no. Folks, we want to talk about what's real here, not fake hype, okay? Real, you've been connecting 2 people a month. That's nothing. You've done nothing. You've tapped your phone twice a month. That's nothing. Therefore, you're on only 30,000 Rand a year with us. Do you see the power of this tool? You've practically done nothing, and every month, no matter what you're doing with DuePoint, 2,500 Rand comes in. Not once, every month thereafter. This is a stream you've now created for yourself. What does 2,500 Rand a month do for you right now? Yes, the promises of the great fortune make you excited, but when we're calm and we think about our expenses, what could you cross off your expenses list with an extra 2,500 Rand a month? What goes first? All right, now do it for 6 more months. Let's do it for 1 year with DuePoint. 1 year. After 12 months with us, you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. What would an extra 10,000 Rand every month do for you right now? What does that list of expenditure start to look like? Can you start adding things? What about private medical aid? Wouldn't it be great to be able to go to private hospitals, private clinics? Wouldn't that already start changing things for you? What about paying off a car or paying off your house? These are things that just 10,000 Rand a month will do for you. You've done it in a year and you haven't done anything fancy. You've just been connecting 2 people a month. Do you see? Imagine if you were doing 50 people a month, like our top guys in December. What do you think that does to these numbers? But you're busy, remember? You've got an important job. It makes you work 60, 80, 100 hours a week. So you can only do 2. And after a year, you're on 10,000 Rand. Now, you don't stop. You carry on. You continue to put your 2 in every month. Nothing changes. 2 years down, that 10 on average becomes 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year. See, we can promise you fame and fortune, or I could just change your life forever. 30,000 Rand a month changes every one of your lives forever. How do I know this? Because only 1/3 of South Africans earn that much. 1/3 of those that are working earn this much. That's a very small percentage of the total. And you've done it not in 2 weeks, guys. Not the first 20 people who laughed at you and said it was a scheme and a scam and don't want to pay and lamps and gas. Not those. No, you kept going. And you kept putting your 2 in. And you did it for 2 years. Then we see this result. We see it every time. We see as well that if it goes on for 3 years, that 30 becomes 40 to 45,000 rand a month. 4 years, it's 60,000 rand a month on average. That's 720,000 rand a year. Have any of you even dreamt about earning that much? This is regular income. This is not while you keep selling. No, this is connections that have created recurring income for you. 720,000 rand a year. If you can do it for half a decade with us, guys, 5 years, that takes you all the way back to 2015. So that's if you'd started in 2015. Right now, you'd be on about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. Is it worth working for 5 years if you know that for the rest of your life you will earn R1 million a year? I love all this enthusiasm. I've got pictures of all of you this morning. I've got pictures of all of you this morning. I'm telling you, a few months from now, I'm going to page through those pictures. Remember our problem here in South Africa. The first time we find any form of opposition, we don't want to do the work. We stop and say, no, you must just give it to me. That's not how the world works, guys. You're going to find opposition. People are burnt by all these things that have come in before us. They're burnt by it. I meet them every day. I lost money here. I lost friends here. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to do it anymore. That's normal. But that's not what DuePoint is. DuePoint is the only system you can be proud of. And the guys that have been with us over the last half decade will tell you that. They're never embarrassed to talk about DuePoint. They've never been let down. We've never missed a payment. Used to enjoy that one with the Chinese stuff that you had to hand out, because they would email their guys and say, oh, sorry guys, the FD's on holiday this month, there's a delay in payment. What that basically meant was say goodbye to your money. Here, it doesn't matter where our FD is. Every month, automatically, the money is paid, because this is real. And this is very unique in the South African context. We're not used to real here at all in South Africa. Now, folks, many, many people have done this before you. Many. Tens of thousands, in fact. We talk to about 10,000 people a month here at DuePoint, so you can imagine how many people have built wealth with us already. You can see hundreds of their stories on our YouTube channel. We hide nothing here. People come up on our stage, we record it, we put it in a public channel for people to see. Go home today, go onto YouTube, search DuePoint, and look at where it says Wealth Engineers Tell All. And they will tell you their stories. They will tell you how they got there, what monies they made, and some of the struggles they had to overcome to get there. But what they have is something that's there every single month. The second way we create wealth for you is through our XP Rewards training program. Our XP Rewards training program is there to teach you how to do this. Many people in South Africa don't have the experience or education to really understand proper wealth creation. See, I told you, there's the phone. That's a good ring, though. It was a good one to go out across South Africa. That was a good one. Sometimes we get lame ones, and you don't want that broadcast across South Africa. That's lame. You want a good one. Folks, make sure your phone's on silent. Folks, we know that you don't necessarily have the skills or the experience to do this, so we'll teach you how to do it. Our XP Rewards program is free. You pay nothing to get this education, world class. As long as you do it and you complete the steps, and we will reward you. We will reward you first with experience points, XP points. As they accumulate and your channel grows and you meet the criteria in the program, we rank you up in the training program. As we rank you up, we reward you with all sorts of things. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As the cash rises and your ranks rise, we then start to equip you with tools. At rank 5, it's a professional business kit that we give you with everything you need in it to accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 7, it's a set of gold-leafed, custom-made, imported business cards for you. In the economy and the country we live in, when you give somebody a business card that's got your name on it and real gold, now they start paying attention. Now this doesn't look like one of the things they don't want to do. Now it looks like something they want to do. Okay, you get that at rank 7. At rank 9, for those of you who go the distance, who put the time and the connections in and get to rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, you don't even requalify. There's no such thing as requalifying. As long as you maintain your channel size at DuePoint, every year, for the rest of your life, we will take you and your family away for a week, business class, all expenses paid. We go to a different location every single year, and we don't go to the caravan park. We go to the finest hotels, 5-star. And the beautiful thing is we've been doing this for years. So again, we're not putting pictures up of other people doing it. We can show you real wealth engineers with their spouses and their children traveling around to different locations with us year after year. We just came back now in December from Latouz Rock, Mauritius, top 10 hotel in the world for like the last 3 decades. It was punishing to be there, punishing. And at the end of this year, we're going to another brand new location that's already starting to be organized. Folks, those of you who decide that it's time to change, that it's enough of loss and deterioration, and it's time for wealth and gain, then this is what you can look forward to every December for the rest of your life. Oh my goodness, so good to see real footage, so good to see that it actually happens. Every year we have new people coming with us and new faces. Are you going to be with us at the end of this year? You can be there. Yeah, book my ticket. I love it. I love it. Photo morning. I love it. Those of you who are willing to put the work in will get there. Those of you who crumble under the first sign of opposition won't. It's that simple. This is a numbers game and a time game. If you're willing to put the work and the time in, this is an outcome that you will get. We filter no one out. We don't say you can do it and you can't do it. You filter you out. You go, I can't do it. And it's nonsense because you're saying I can't tap my phone. And every one of you can. You just got to keep doing it. Keep doing it. And you will be able to enjoy this kind of life. Nothing in South Africa has actually offered this and delivered it. Here it is, and it's been delivered over and over again. Another delivery is at rank 11. At rank 11, you get your very own car. It's not rented to you. It's not financed through us, and we don't give it to you and take it away, and we don't cover it in branding. It's your car because it is a tool of wealth creation. And today, we will be handing over a car to our very newest rank 11s. So if it's your... So if it is your first time here this morning, it's like jackpot stuff. You've hit a great morning to be here, because a little bit later this morning, hopefully the weather holds, we will be handing over officially to our latest rank 11s another car. Another car. How long before you start participating in the DuePoint system? How long? Folks, we build all of this wealth off of the back of our financial service systems and our financial products. We have, as I said, a host of them, starting with our Access Wealth plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 independent products. Your very own tax-free investment account and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. The second product we have is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, that's right. Less than a meal for 4 at McDonald's. 249 Rand a month, you get R1,000,000 worth of personal accident cover, no waiting periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. Every South African can be undercover with us here at DuePoint. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Cover. Starts at 299 Rand, and then it's got a whole host of additional options after that. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, 5 or 10 family members on the plan with you, and you as the principal policy holder get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. This means that if you pass away, we will not only pay for your funeral, but we'll settle 10,000 Rands worth of your outstanding debt at that point as well. Our fourth product is our Legal Guard legal expenses insurance. It's 249 Rand a month as well. For that, you get R250,000 Rands worth of lawyers for everything that happens in your life. You get retrenched, the lawyer is in the room with you. We give you the free service of the lawyer at the end of the phone. But now, with this product, you get him in the room. Retrenchments, CCMA cases, labor cases, contractual cases, criminal cases. They'll do everything. Trauma counseling, debt counseling, witness protection. You get the whole lot. Even a bit of bail is in there somewhere. Go and listen to watch the video. We'll talk about it in a minute, and go and see the list of benefits that this product gives you for 249 Rand a month. I always say, I mean, we get lost in South Africa. We think the whole world costs rands. No, we're the only country that uses rands. If we go and use a real currency like US dollars, work out how much 249 Rand is in dollars and tell me if you still think it's expensive. Divide 249 by 15 and you'll realize how little money we're talking about here. 249 Rand a month. Our fifth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month to be a member. As a member, you get access to all of our corporate suppliers. We're a corporate that's been around for 7 decades, listed on the stock exchange. We get people coming to us all the time, offering us prices and discounts and vouchers and account managers and VIP services, all sorts of things that you can't get as an individual. But as a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club, you get to have these services, these prices. It means you have control over your economic circumstances. You're creating wealth with the tool, and you're using the products to reduce risk and to create lower expenditure in your budget. If you're willing to do the work, you can change everything about your life with us here. Every one of our products has a comprehensive training video. Comprehensive. You can see every benefit, every term, and every condition explained to you in these videos, which means that even if you struggle to read, you've got the video to give you the full explanation. You'll find it on our website, our YouTube channel, and on our phone app. It's there for you 24 hours a day. Make sure you've watched it. Maximize your benefits with us in every way at DuePoint. Folks, we wrap this entire business in what we call our Achiever Quest. This is to get you out the gate. You may say to me, Brendan, I want to do this, but I got nothing. I understand that. You and the rest of the country have nothing. That's why we have the Achiever Quest. It says in every calendar month, including your first one with us, in every single calendar month, if you're able to connect 10, 20, or 30 people to your channel and get them paid in the same calendar month, we will boost your returns and rewards. That's what I was just talking about, returns and rewards. We're going to boost that by an additional 5, 10, or 15,000 Rand. Now, we just had the double Achiever Quest over December, and we had a whole bunch of people achieve it. A whole bunch of people doing 20 plus people in December, when everybody's chila, man. We had people connecting and getting them paid in, and we paid that out all yesterday. So all of you are quite a lot richer this morning. I know, because we put the money in your account yesterday. And what did you have to do to get that money in December? Did it ruin your holiday? It didn't ruin your holiday. You just tapped your phone. That's all. But you missed December. You came today. Sorry. So now it's 5, 10, or 15,000 Rand. But it's 5, 10, or 15,000 rand every single month. So you put your 10 people in this month, you get 5 grand. You put your 10 people in next month, you get another 5 grand, and so on and so on. That's 60,000 rand a year. You put in the 20 people every single month, it's 120,000 rand a year in extra income. You put in 30, which is 1 connection a day. That's all it is. Top guy's doing 50, 60, 70. I think our record's like 73 or 74 in 1 month, okay? You put 30 in a month, and it's 15 grand every month. That's 180,000 rand a year. When you come here and say, no, they tell me I can earn more elsewhere, I tend to have a bit of a chuckle. Because even if they were able to match this level of income, they're never going to put it in your bank account. Whereas yesterday, all the achievers, some of which are here this morning, you had it in your bank account yesterday. Not on a computer screen, in a bank account, where an SMS was sent to your phone. That's what we do here at DuePoint. Folks, if you want to know anything about us, if you're still worried, we're a public company. It's available for you. Go to the JSC's website, look us up under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantia's website, see all of our financial statements publicly disclosed. You'll see we're a multi-billion rand insurance company. That's right, in South Africa. Not from Dubai or China or Thailand or America or Russian prisons or right here. Okay, you can see all of our directors. You can see their emoluments, how much they earn, what underwear they wear, when they sleep and when they eat. It's all there. And you can see our BE status, our licenses, etc. Go to the regulators' websites. Go to the FSCA's website, find our licenses, long-term, short-term insurance licenses. You're not dealing with an intermediary. This is the insurance company. And go and see all of our FSP licenses. License after license after license. Not one, multiples that you've got here. Those of you in the office today, you're lucky enough, you can see some of them on the wall. Not even all of them. I'm still waiting for the others to pin them up on the wall. We've got so many. But you can see some of them on the wall there. Regulated industry. So today, if you want to become a wealth engineer, super simple. You're going to do 4 things for me. Firstly, you're going to sign up. You've got to go to our website, to dewpoint.net. Okay, and you click apply or join, fill out the form, less than 3 minutes and you're a wealth engineer. Not a single cent having left your pockets this morning. What a refreshing outcome. Not a single cent. Today, you are a wealth engineer. Then you need our technology, folks. You've got to go to the app stores and you need to download it. Guess what? It's free. Download our free app onto your phone. Onto your phone. And now you've got our tech. Step 3 is you've got to learn how to do our tech. This is one of the other things. Remember, it's linked to the work thing. I don't want to do any work. I don't want to do any training. My dad keeps telling me I need to change the word from training to something else. I refuse. As a country, we need to start growing up. We need to train. You don't know how to use our technology. Don't pretend you know. Therefore, I don't have data. Find data. There are free Wi-Fi spots around the country. Go stand outside Wimpy's door. Find data. It's no longer an excuse in our country. It's just not. It's just not. Go and watch the training. Until you've watched the training, you can't do this business. You'll have no clue. This isn't packets of goodies that you're carrying around, paper application form. No, there's none of that. You've got to know how to use the tech. And so you've got to do the training. When you open your app, you've got 2 choices. Top left-hand corner menu button has a getting started section. And then bottom right-hand corner, you see I put it in 2 spots. Bottom right-hand corner, you've got the tools button. When you open it, it'll open into getting started. And the videos are there. It's not even a written exam or a multiple choice exam. You just watch the videos. By the end of today, you've watched them all. Now you know what you are doing. And you're ready to do that one task we ask you to do. Connect people. That's it. Just connect people through the tech. If you're able to connect those people, once you've connected 3, you start earning. 3 people. It's weekend. You've got until tomorrow to sign people up. It's great on weekends. People go, yeah, but I go to church on Sunday. So do I. What do you think people are praying for in church? You get to bring the good news tomorrow. Okay? So come on. You've got an entire weekend. By the end of tomorrow, you should have put 3 people in. 3 people in, and then you know you're earning. 3 people, and your life is starting to change with us here at DuePoint. Everything you need is online from us. If you want to watch us anywhere in the country 24 hours a day, we live broadcast 5 days a week, but we record everything, so 24 hours a day, 7 days a week you can see us. You go to YouTube. That's your friend. Social media, everything you need for social media is on our Facebook page. You can share it, tag it, move it, copy it. It's all there every day. We're producing content onto Facebook for you. You need podcasts because you've worried about data. We got all the important stuff in podcast for you. You can find them all there, everything you need. We even have an online store. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, click store, and it opens up the store, and all of our tools are there. These and many more available to you to build this business. You're really worried about data? Get our USB stick. It's got everything on it. Intro presentations, training, testimonies, downloads, it's there. It's on the USB stick. Buy them at the counter or order them from the store, and we will deliver them to you. These are tools you can use to create wealth here at DuePoint. And they're not going to cost you a fortune. Look at these prices, 40 Rand, 50 Rand, 25 Rand. It's not like we're robbing you here. These things are here to really empower you to create wealth with us. Now, folks, in about 10 minutes' time, we're going to come back into this room. I'm going to give you a break. We're going to come back in for this, our first development seminar for the year. Development seminars are part of our XP Rewards program. Remember, that's where we train you to do this business. Since December, all I've heard is people going, oh, 2020, the year of plenty. And I've been going, really? Have you guys been reading the news? 2020 is not going to be a year of plenty, I can assure you. I think it's going to be worse than 2019. And so today, we're going to turn that around. Today, we're going to show you how to make 2020 more than just rhyme with the word plenty. We're going to show you how we're going to make 2020 a year of plenty. So I'm encouraging all of you to return. Don't run off. I promise you nothing you're doing today is more important than this. That's a factual statement. Whatever you think you're going to do after this is not as important as this dev seminar in the next hour's time. Make sure you're back here. Those of you watching live, and I know there's many of you, tune back in. Tune back in with your wealth engineers and your guests this morning. And let's start this year properly. Let's start it properly. It's 1 hour from 11 until 12 with me. It's only 5,000 Rand a ticket. No, that's not true. It's free. If I was an American trainer, it would be 5,000 bucks a ticket. You see them? No, it'll be free. And we're going to get you on the right foot so that 2020 is a year of plenty for you. I encourage you to rejoin us. Take your guests outside. Sign them up. 3 minutes. You'll be done with that process. Have a drink. Go to the bathroom. 11 o'clock. We're back in this room. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you then.